the father, the parent, and the child. The one that gave birth, the one that was beget, and the one that was begotten. لَقَدْ خَلَقْنَا الْإِنسَانَ فِي كَبَدٍ. Indeed, we created man from struggles, from toiling. أَيَحْسَبُ أَنْ لَنْ يَقْدِرَ عَلَيْهِ أَحَدٌ. Does he think that no one has power over him, that there is no superior power over him? يَقُولُ أَهَلَكْتُ مَالًا لُبَدًا. He speaks, he says, I have squandered wealth, massive wealth, I have squandered it. Man will say that I told lavish party. Man will say that. أَيَحْسَبُ أَنْ لَمْ يَرَهُ أَحَدٌ. Does he think nobody sees him? أَلَمْ نَجْعَلْ لَهُ عَيْنَيْنِ. Have I not granted him, have I not given him عَيْنَيْنِ, 2 eyes, وَلِسَانًا, and tongue, وَشَفَتَيْنِ, and the 2 lips, وَهَدَيْنَاهُ نَجْدَيْنِ. Have I not guided him into 2 highways, 2 paths, 2 straight paths, each one leading to different destinations? فَلَقْتَحَمَ الْعَقَبَةَ. Yet he did not take the path, the easy path to the appointed place. وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ مَا الْعَقَبَةُ. What will inform you concerning the steepest path, the easy path, the easy way? What will inform you about that? What will inform you about this Aqaba, the steep path, the straight path, the path that leads to salvation? That is where he's going. Raqaba. The first of it is to free a slave, freeing of a slave. Raqaba. To remove slavery from somebody, free him to become a free man. Or to feed what? On the day when there is scarcity of food, when there is starvation, when there is high demand for food, when there is thirst, you have feeding at that time. Yatiman da makroba, or feeding the orphans of close relation that has claim to your relationship, very close person that is an orphan. Our miskinan da makroba, our miskin, indigent, needy, da makroba, that has been condemned, is already downtrodden, is already very poor, not recognized. Then you bring that person who is not recognized, who is lost. Then will he be among those who have faith, but also with sabr, and enjoys patience and constancy, but also with marhama, and enjoying piety? Like us have reminded. Those who do that, starting from freeing a slave, feeding and the day when there is starvation, and feeding the orphans and the miskin, that is the leading. Whoever does that and have faith in Allah, those people like us have reminded. They are the people of the right hand. Somewhere in Wakia, Arab first told us that he divided man into 3. The people of the right hand, the people of the left hand, wasabikuna asabikun. Therefore, whoever does this attribute. He says, Ashabul al-Maymana, they are the people of the right hand. وَالَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا بِآيَاتِنَا, and those who reject our sign, those who disbelieve in our sign, whom Ashabul al-Mash'ama, they are the people of the left hand. Alayhim, the people of the left hand, Narun Musada, fire, hellfire has confined them, has encircled them. They will go therein, they will not find a way out of it. May Allah save us from this. This is just running through the verses. As I said initially, we will now want to take exposition, and through the exposition we will now be taking lessons. We will be deriving lessons from those verses. La, the la there is a response to the Meccans. La, nay, I refute what you have said. La oxim, because what the Meccans used to do, they have sacred months where the fighting is abhorrent. Fighting is not allowed. That time and the other time, they can do and undo. The Allah said, Makkah is a city of security. Makkah is a city of tranquility. Makkah, there should be no war in Makkah. That is the basis from the beginning. But the changes, Allah said, nay, no. What you have established about Makkah is not the natural nature of Makkah. Oxim the Hazard Barak, I swear by this city. I swear by this city. La Oxim the Hazard Barak. I swear by this which city. La Oxim the Hazard Barak. This city, I swear by it. Yani Makkah. The city we are talking about is Makkah. The city that accommodates Beit al-Haram, the house of Allah, which Allah said elsewhere that is the first structure on earth that Allah the first structure, the first house built on earth is the house that is in Makkah. That is the house that is Makkah. In our bayt nudiya lin-nas alladhi bi Bakkah mubarakan wa hudan lil-alamin. Fihi ayatun bayyinatun maqam Ibrahim. Waman dakhalahu kana aminan. That's what I mean. Waman dakhalahu kana. If you enter Makkah, you are already sanctified. You are already secure because the city itself is secure. No war will enter, no war will take anybody there. Even where we are here, some cities are proud of it that no war has entered into our community. No war has driven us out of our community. There are something like that around us here. But Makkah is the one that Allah testified to. I swear by this city. If Allah swear by something, Allah himself is great. But when you want to emphasize some messages to people, you will not swear by something that is also great. You swear by something that is great. That without explanation, you will also appreciate the greatness of what he is swearing with. Through the greatness of what he is swearing with, you can imagine the greatness of the one that is swearing. For us here, one want to swear, we do some of those things that will also give the impression that something of seriousness is being discussed. Allah said he swear by two things in this chapter. The first one is Oxim, the heart and balance. The first one is I swear by the city of security. Because of what we come after, Allah wants to establish that Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was a bona fide member of that city. He is not a slave, he is not a stranger, but he was a bona fide member of that community. He has every right any other person will have in that community. And you, Muhammad, you are a bona fide member of this city. In a hadith of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he will explain according to Mujahid. He said, وَأَنْتَ حِلٌّ بِهَذَا الْبَلَدِ أَنْتَ بِهِ مِنْ غَيْرِ حَرَجٍ وَلَا إِثْمٍ. That you are sent out of this city is not because you offended them or you are not a bona fide member of this city. And that what Allah has permitted you, you are not doing it against the sanctity of this city of Makkah. What is that? We will see in this hadith. In Hadal Balad, حرمها الله يوم خلق السماوات والأرض. This city, this Makkah, Allah has sanctified it. Allah has secured the city against all incursions, all wars that can be taken. Allah has secured it. From the day Allah created the heavens and earth, وَهُوَ حَرَامٌ بِحُرْمَةِ اللَّهِ وَهُوَ حَرَامٌ, and that is the security it has. بِحُرْمَةِ اللَّهِ, with the sanctity of Allah, إِلَى يَوْمِ الْقِيَامَةِ, and that security will be there until the day of Qiyamah. Until the last day, the Makkah will remain the city of security. لَا يُعْدُ عَلَى سِيحَةِ لا يعدد شجره ولا يقتل حلاه. You do not uproot the trees there, talk less of human being. You do not burn up the grasses in that city. وَإِنَّمَا أُحِلَّتْ لِي سَاعَةً. However, Allah has given you an opportunity for an hour of a day. In a day, that 1 hour is that the party of Makkah is a war against the Makkah's day. Although it was bloodless war, the Sahaba came from Medina and they entered Makkah. They entered Makkah without waging any war, and they conquered Makkah. It was an hour. It was just a gift given to Prophet Muhammad, despite the security of Makkah, that no war should be engaged within that city. And it was an opportunity given to Prophet Muhammad, and Urimat Yaman Kapurimatha, and Adat, but all the Adat Urimatuha, the nature of that city has been revised back to the normal after the conquest of Makkah. While Yablod Shahidu Al-Ghaib, therefore those who are present should herald to other people that no more opportunity of waging war within the city of Makkah again. In another tradition, it was ended by an Ahadun that Rasul Bikita Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. If anybody now want to go under the action of Prophet Muhammad that he conquered Makkah, it was a war against Makkah, to not permit trouble and wage war within Makkah, tell those people that Bakulu inna Allah azna li rasulihi, is Allah who sanctified the city that has permitted his messenger. Walam yazanu lakum, and nobody has removed that right from any other person. Therefore, it was only Prophet Muhammad. Therefore, that city that is sanctified, Allah swear by it, la uqsim bi hadha al-balad, the city that no war will enter, the city that can never be conquered by anybody, the city that houses the best of the houses on earth, the city that Allah has raised the last of the prophets of Allah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Allah swear by that city. Secondly, wa walidin wa ma walada. Then Allah swear by walid wa ma walada. There are different interpretations that are given to this. We have general interpretation and we have restricted interpretation that to Wawalidin Wama Walada. According to Ikrimah, it translated Al-Walid Wawalid Wama Walada into Al-Walid Wal-Akil. That Wawalidin, those who give back who have been got, Wama Walada. Translated Ma Walada to Al-Akil, the barren. And in another interpretation, it was translated to be, according to Sarid, there were many that also had that kind of interpretation. It said, the man the Walidi Adam, or Walidi, Allah swear by Adam alayhi salatu wasalam, Walada, that is Walidihi, the children of Prophet Adam alayhi salatu wasalam. He said that is the interpretation of Allah swear by Adam and the children of Adam. Allah swear by the city, the first city, and Allah swear by the first man ever created, which is Adam. In another interpretation, he said Bawalidin Wama Walada is another interpretation to show that by Abu Imran al-Jawri, he said, Huwa Ibrahim wa zurriyatihi wa walidin huwa Ibrahim Wama Walada wa zurriyatihi. That what Allah swear by here is the father of the faith, the father of most nations, of most prophets of Allah, Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam, huwa ummatan. He alone.
Inna Ibrahim kana ummatan qanitan lillahi hanifan wa lam yakun mushrikeen.
Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam alone was a nation because what came out of him was unique. Hanifan, he is pure and he will not associate any partner with Allah. They said another interpretation is Ibrahim and his children. Therefore, the general interpretation is that it's about anybody that begets and the child that was begotten. The reference of parents was emphasized here. The reference to children, the significance of children in this life we have was also emphasized in these two verses with which Allah swear. That is not where Allah was saying. There were different interpretations given to it. We have just translated the verse between Allah has created man from struggles. Struggle upon struggle, trials upon trial. That is the essence of human creation. But we are giving a better interpretation. One, we have created man. In the nature we have created him, sawiyan, proportionate, mustaqima, upright, to make the various proportion, the eyes, the nose, the heart, the lung, the leg, the arm, different proportion brought together. It was not an easy task. And when they are brought together, they are perfect and they are working perfect. Like Allah said elsewhere, Ya ayyuhal insanu ma garraka bi rabbikal kareem alladhi khalaqaka fasawwaka fa'adalak. O mankind, Ya ayyuhal insan, Allah called mankind all together to emphasize the nature of our creation, that it was not an easy task, and man was created on trials. Man was created to be struggling from one stage to the other. Is it not true that primary school, when we were there, those of us who went to primary school, minus me, that you are subject to examination? You are looking at me, I didn't go to primary school. That is why. That you are tested, and as if what type of trial is this one? When the exam is coming, some of us will hate it. Why examination? You leave primary school, secondary school, you are not stopping. Examination, you have to read, you have to pass. You leave primary school, tertiary institution, you are also examination again, trial, struggling, trying, doing this and that. As we are leaving one state to the other, is trial from the you understand. I call all mankind, man that rock up the rock, they can say, what deceive you concerning your honorable Lord? What deceives you concerning him? Alladhi khalaqaka, the one that created you, wasawwaka, and has proportionate you. Wasawwaka, alladhi wasawwaka, and he has brought you together. He created the heart, he created the lung, he created the liver, he created the blood veins, and all those things. He coupled them together. He now brought you out in a form that pleases him. The way he pleases him. The way we are sitting down here, no two persons are exactly the same. Yes, you may have two eyes, two nostrils, and with the opening, one mouth, one tongue, two lips. But if you put measurement, if I ask my professor to put measure between one eye and the other, and measure individuals, you never find the same measurement. And I decided it. This one resembles this one. There were differences among them. These are identical twins. No two human beings have exactly the same trait throughout. Something will still be different. I let take a lot of water. He now brought you out finally in the format he liked. The fat, the lean, the tall, the short, the dark complexion, the light complexion, and so on like that. Elsewhere, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, لَقَدْ خَلَقْنَا الْإِنسَانَ فِي أَحْسَنِ تَقْوِيمٍ. Indeed, when we coupled you, we now brought out something best of features in you. That is upright, is beautiful, is rightly proportioned. Allah said is one that has brought you out that way. This and some other verses point to the fact that the creation of man was not an easy creation. It goes beyond what you can imagine yourself. And another interpretation, Allah said, Hamalatihu ummuhu kurihan wa wada'atihu kurihan. To show that man continues to struggle. Hamalatihu ummuhu kurihan. The carrying of the pregnancy by the mother, it was through difficulties. It was not an easy thing. The child will be kicking there, and if it's not kicking, it's still troubling the mother. The mother today, headache, tomorrow is backache. And not only that, the process of delivery for parents, they will know this. It is between life and death for mothers. Between life and death. And in Yoruba custom, they will say when a mother gives birth to a child, his grave is opened up. It will not close up until after 40 days. Because it's between life and death. She must have lost a lot of blood, weakness upon weakness, and that process, they will say until after 40 days. Before you can say she has really recovered and returned back to life, normal life. Hamalatihu ummuhu kurihan wa wada'atihu kurihan. The carrying of the baby in the womb, it was through struggles, through difficulties, and the process of labor, of giving birth, is also through struggles and labor also. Therefore, man cannot be free from saying he was created from struggling. لَقَدْ خَلَقْنَا الْإِنسَانَ فِي كَبَدٍ.
لَقَدْ خَلَقْنَا الْإِنسَانَ فِي كَبَدٍ.
Indeed, we created man to struggle. That is why those who will be saying they are discovered and they can go and rest. Allah has decided on those who will enter paradise, and Allah has decided on those who will enter hellfire. Is there need for us to again to be struggling again? We tell them no. عَمْلِ الْإِنسَانَ مَا تَمَنَّى. Why are you thinking this way? Why are you thinking this way? You cannot think, because Allah Himself has created man to come and struggle where we are, where we find ourselves. Therefore, we continue to struggle, we continue to work to attain our goals and what Allah has set for us. When we struggle, whatever we now attain, that is what has been written, that is what has been predestined for us.
أيحسب أن لن يقدر عليه أحد.
أيحسب أن لن يقدر عليه أحد. Now that we have created man to be struggling, the essence of his life is struggling. أيحسب الإنسان أن أيحسب أن لن يقدر عليه أحد. The demand أيحسب الإنسان. Does man think that no one has power over him? This Imam Al-Hasan al-Basr, he translated أيحسب أن لن يقدر عليه أحد بأخذ ماله, that nobody has power to seize his wealth. Does man think there's no one that can seize his wealth? أيحسب الإنسان أن لن يقدر عليه أحد. Is there no one that controls his property, his wealth? Does man think that way? أيحسب الإنسان أن لن يقدر عليه أحد يقول أهلكت مالا لبدا. أيحسب أن لن يقدر عليه أحد. قال الله عز وجل وقوله تعالى, because of what man does, the one that has power over him is Allah. Upon all, above all power is the power of Allah, and no one has power over him. Because of what man says, Yakulu ahalakitu, man says ahalakitu malan yubada. Oh, abundance of wealth, ahalakitu, I have destroyed it, I have squandered it, I have lavished it. That why do you control how I want to spend my money? Do you know how I make the money? That is the thinking of man. Man feels no one knows how he makes the money. Is he who made the money that should be deciding how he wants to spend the money. He will say it with purpose. I have lavished the money and nobody queries the way I do it. Meaning that as believers, we should not do it. These are the attributes of the believers. I like to malan nobody. No? I have squandered abundance of wealth, of resources. Man will probably say that. Because of his arrogance, he does not see that there's somebody that has power over him and that he will be accountable for it, and he will just say he has destroyed the way he likes, he has spent money the way he likes, without having any value for what he spent. Does he think no one sees him? أَيَحْسَبُ أَنْ لَمْ يَرَهُ اللَّهُ عَزَّ وَجَلَّ. Does he not know that Allah sees and takes record of everything that he does? He doesn't see that. That is the attribute of the believer. Allah نَجْعَلْ لَهُ عَيْنَيْنِ.
أَيَحْسَبُ أَنْ لَنْ يَرَهُ أَحَدٌ أَلَمْ نَجْعَلْ لَهُ عَيْنَيْنِ وَلِسَانًا وَشَفَتَيْنِ وَهَدَيْنَاهُ النَّجْدَيْنِ.
Allah نَجْعَلْ لَهُ عَيْنَيْنِ. Allah wants to count his people upon man. The first aspect of this surah is Allah swearing about important things created by him, that can never be created by any other person. He swore by Makkah, he said, and the security in that Makkah. Make Makkah to be unique among cities of the world. Among cities of the world, Makkah is unique. And he has placed in Makkah some unique things as well. Like the Haram is there, Zamzam is also there. The Zamzam, there is no light of it. We have other springs elsewhere. But the one that can deliver the massive volume of water like that of Zamzam, that also having characteristics of healing, there is none. There are about 6 other natural springs like that, but they will not deliver the same massive of water that was sufficient to water the entire Saudi Arabia. But it is Zamzam they are taking both in Mecca and Medina. The power, the permit there for them to take. And the number of people that are entering Mecca in Medina annually, monthly, is so massive that these ayats are there for people to also see. It's unique. Allah used it, and also Allah used human being that He has used to repeat the creation. They are sworn by the one that begrets and the children as well. And Allah is not going to the second phase. The second phase is to call human being to the name of Allah, the favors of Allah, by which we should appreciate and also obey Allah. That is the next thing. Alam naj'al lahu aynayn. Have I not endowed man with 2 eyes? There is a difference between eye and sight. There are people with eyes that do not have sight. And there are people with sight that they can only see, they cannot infer from what they are seeing. That is why we have sight, we have insight. Allah endowed them. Alam naj'al lahu aynayn. Have I not endowed you with sight? It's not basar. Basar is just the eye itself. Aynayn is the one that has the power of seeing, and one that can even see what some other people cannot even see. Insight. They can have insight. Alam naj'al lahu aynayn.
Alam naj'al lahu aynayn.
Have I not endowed you with 2 eyes?
وَلِسَانًا وَشَفَتَيْنِ.
And have I not made 1 tongue for you, وَشَفَتَيْنِ, and 2 lips? What?
وَهَدَيْنَاهُ النَّجْدَيْنِ.
In an hadith of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, this hadith is hadith al-Qudusi. Hadith al-Qudusi is a hadith that God narrated to Sahabas, saying Allah said it. And it was not brought by Angel Jibril like he would bring ayat al-Quran. They are hadith, they are authentic hadith. Yaqulu Allah Ta'ala, Allah said, Ya ibna Adama, O children of Adam, Qad an'amtu alaykum ni'man, izaman, la tuhsi adadaha, subhanallah. He said, O children of Adam, indeed, I have perfected, I have bestowed upon you my favors. Izaman, very great favor. La tuhsi adadaha, you cannot enumerate the number, you cannot give numbers to the favors of Allah upon you. Which how many of the people of Allah? Wa in ta'udu ni'matallahi la tuhsuha. Elsewhere, he said, if you are to count the favor of Allah, you will count number 1, 2, 3, continue to number until the number to the end, and the favors of Allah will still remain there, uncountable. La tuhsi adadaha, you cannot enumerate that favor. Wala yatiku shukuraha, and you can know sufficient word to show gratitude to Allah. You cannot express sufficiently what Allah has granted you as favor in terms of saying, thank you, I appreciate you, I glorify you. After that, what else? Where the word of Allah to describe the people of Allah again, or appreciation to Allah? It has ended. And there are so many of that favors of Allah. وَلَا يَتِكُ شُكُرَهَا وَإِنَّ مِمَّا أَنْعَمْتَ عَلَيْكَ. Let me enumerate few of those for you. In that hadith, let me just show you few of those favors of Allah. And the attitude that I named, that I endowed you, I gave you 2 eyes. Tanzuru biha, with which you can differentiate things. You can see. You can identify the road from the bush. You can differentiate between broken bottles and ordinary stick. That you can differentiate between the words of Allah and other things, other history books. Have I not given you the eyes that can enable you to differentiate between the truth and the falsehood, between the light and the darkness? Somewhere, Allah said, لا تعمل أبصار ولكن تعمل القلوب التي في الصدور.
فإنها لا تعمى الأبصار ولكن تعمى القلوب التي في الصدور.
He said, these eyes is not that one that goes blind. When you see a blind man, don't say he's blind, because it's not this eye that can go blind. What goes blind is in the heart. When the heart is darkened, when the heart cannot perceive, cannot receive the message of Islam, that heart is blind, and that person is blind. And that is why in most world of Islam, Muslim world, you will find blind people who doesn't have eyes to see. They will be leading, they will be giving fatwa. People will be sitting around them, and they are reading what they are giving interpretation, and they are giving fatwa here and there. They may not have these eyes, but they have the insight with which they can make an interpretation. He said, don't you have no eye with you, you see? The hadith went for that. And Allah has provided for these eyes eyelids, covering above it. That when you see danger coming, you close it. Is it only for that? Allah said it's not only for, because you don't want dust to enter your eyes. That is why He provided you with eyelid. He provided the eyelid for you to do other things more important to Allah. فَأَنْزُرْ بِعَيْنَيْكَ إِلَى مَا أَحْلَلْتُ لَكَ. Then use your eyes to see what Allah has made lawful to you to see. وَإِنْ عُدَّ عَلَيْكَ مَا حَرَّمْتُ عَلَيْكَ. If your eyes take you to something that Allah has made haram for you, you now see what is haram, what should you do? فَأَدْلِكَ عَلَيْكَ. Quickly close your eyes, the eyelid, close it. Allah gave you one tongue, وَجَعَلْتُ لَهُ Gilafan, and Allah gave you tongue, and He gave you security of the tongue. The tongue is the power of communication. It's very weak, it's very soft. Allah enclosed it within our 2 upper and lower jaws, equipped with strong bones, the teeth, to case the tongue, which is the power of communication. Say what Allah has commanded you to say with it, and what Allah has made halal. If the tongue wants to take you to saying what is haram, quickly close the case which Allah has created, meaning that don't just utter anything. Have control of your tongue. Have control of what you say. And that is only time when you will be saved from the punishment. But the other to that African, he has given you private part. But the other to that sit around, and he has created coverage for it. As it will be Maritika ma halalka. Use your private part for what Allah has made halal. Fa'in abda alayka ma hurimta alayk. If it takes you to what is haram, alayka, quickly cover your private part with what Allah has provided. Alayka just quickly bring the sacred to it. What this verse, the hadith tells us is that there are lots of blessings of Allah, only few we can enumerate. Our eyes, I don't know if the committee taking care of this mosque have the need to change this bulb since they started the operating the mosque. Have you changed the bulb at all? It's the same one. They said they have just replaced that one. Our eyes, since we were created, we have been using the same eye. Our feet, the same feet we have been using. Nobody among us knows how many times he has changed his shoes. Yes, the number of shoes he has used. Can anybody tell me that I have used only 10 shoes since I was created? Both slippers, rubber slippers, shoes, and sandals, and so on like that. We can't remember. The same bulb, our eyes, remain to be the same one. It fits all ages. When we are young, what we need at that level, the eyes fit it. But at adulthood, what the eyes needed is what we are getting. At old age, exactly the same. My father once told me when may Allah forgive him, he said, my eyes are weak. I said, at 100, will your eyes be strong again? What do you need the eyes for again? At that level, you are not going anywhere only to the mosque and come back home. The eyes is sufficient. He's not taking you to the mosque and back, he's taking him. You don't need to write letters to anybody. Therefore, all those things are taken away. At our age, we need to read our Lord, and our eyes is equipped sufficiently. وَإِن تَعُودُوا نِعْمَةَ اللَّهِ لَا تُحْصُوهَا. Allah said, Allah najallahu aynayn, did I not give you 2 eyes? وَلِسَانًا, and a single tongue, وَشَفَتَيْن, and the upper and lower jaws, وَهَدَيْنَاهُ نَجْدَيْن, and we have shown you the 2 highways. وَهَدَيْنَاهُ نَجْدَيْن. In one of the interpretations, ذكر لنا أن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم كان يقول يا أيها الناس إنهما نجدان نجد الخير ونجد الشر وما جعل نجد الشر أحب إليكم من نجد الخير. They said, the Sahaba said one day the Prophet was explaining that Allah has given the 2 ways. He said, oh mankind, إنهما نجدان. These are the 2 ways. These are the 2 ways. In another tradition, the Muslim dropped 2 sticks on the ground. 2 sticks on the ground. And said this one leads to paradise, this one leads to hellfire. Therefore, with the 2 eyes, with the tongue, and with him showing that this path leads to paradise and this one leads to hell, Allah has satisfied the requirement of guiding man appropriately. Therefore, he will be just to not deal with anybody according to what he does on the day of Qiyamah, because he has not hidden anything. If you do it this way, it's paradise. If you do it this way, it's hellfire. Allah has done it. That will Adainahu Najidainu. The Prophet said, the 2 ways, Najid al-Khair, the path that leads to goodness, to lead to virtues, that lead to paradise, and the second one, Najid al-Shari, and the path of evils, indecency, evil act, disbelief, all leads into hellfire. فَمَنْ جَعَلَ نَجْدَ الشَّرِّ أَحَبَّ إِلَيْكُمْ مِنْ نَجْدِ الْخَيْرِ. Whoever that is destined to enter hell, he will prefer the path that leads to hell. The path of evil That is what he will prefer. May Allah save us from it. Inna khalaqna al-insana min nutfatin amshajin nabtalihi faja'alnahu sami'an basira. Inna hadaynahu as-sabila imma shakiran wa imma kafura. In Surah Al-Insan, Allah said, Inna khalaqna al-insana. Indeed, we have created mankind min nutfatin, from drops of sperm, amshajin nabtalihi, that gushes out, nabtalihi, that we have mixed with trials. The trials of man start from the day he is giving birth to, because Allah has prepared us. When they give birth to our mothers, they said he is the second at his number, the one that will go and throw outside. That is the trial. If he doesn't come, the mother will not be alive. They have to force the second one to come. That they will bring you in. They brought me in. The waste, that's the other waste. When they came out, they put it somewhere. It's our trial. We continue to have it. Nobody is alive that has not gotten that. He has the life and he has the trial. We created man from the sperm that gushes out, nabtalihi, that we tried him. وَجَعَلْنَاهُ سَمِيعًا بَصِيرًا. We gave him hearing and we gave him sight. Inna hadaynahu, not only that, we showed him the way, sabila, imma shakira, whether he will be grateful, wa imma kafura, or whether he will be an ingrate. A grateful person is he whom Allah has shown what takes him to paradise, and he has struggled. To get to paradise, we have to struggle. It's not free. To enter hellfire, it's not free also. When we struggle, they said about 4 days ago, one of my staff in my unit in DS, in Seattle, said the husband to the sister of his wife was kidnapped on his farm. Kidnapped on his farm. The retiree has a farm, and there they went there, he was kidnapped there. He demanded for what? You know it's in millions. He demanded for 50 million naira only. A retiree. 50 million naira. They negotiated. They were struggling. They gave them deadline when to bring the 50 million naira. They begged. They begged that they gather everything. Because of the deadline, they got only 2 million naira. And they called them that we are ready with 2 million naira. Where do we drop it for you? They said 2 million. He said forget about your relative. Minimum 10 million naira. That person is struggling to. The one who wants to take 10 million naira for. Because before he could kidnap the person, he will have studied the terrain. He will have put in place some mechanisms that will make the operation successful. What it tells us is that he is also struggling for a path that will lead to hellfire. That is the path he is struggling for. Therefore, each person will struggle. So come here, you are fasting. It would have been better for somebody at about 4:30, 5 o'clock, 6 to go and sleep on his mat or bed and relax, expecting the break of the fast at about 7. But you are still here doing this. You think it's a waste? It's never a waste. It's for a purpose. Everybody will struggle for what he will get. Try to imagine there is a verse there that tells us that what man puts is what he ate, what he will get. That's what that verse tells us there. Therefore, Allah has perfected his favors upon us. He has given us all we need, what it takes to identify the path, and he has also sent. He has not shown the path alone. He has sent Al-Quran, the book of guidance. He has sent it unto us. He did not only send the book of guidance and leave us to self-interpretation of what to do and not to do, he has sent the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And Nabiyyu huwa al-Quran yamshi fil ard. The Prophet was a symbolic personality of Al-Quran acting on earth. That is Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Therefore, there will be no excuse whatsoever for man not to take the right path. He has guided man into two straight paths. If we can call it highway, it's highway. No U-turn, no stopping, no break. Continue to go where you enter it. It will lead you to a destination of what you are working for. This one will lead you to destination of paradise. The other one will lead you to destination of hell. But if you are on the wrong path and you think right, you can still amend your path and come and join the right path. Already, every one of us here, we are on the right path. No stopping, no slowing down, no U-turn. Continue. If you continue like that, the end result is paradise.
فلقتحم العقبة وما أدراك ما العقبة فك رقبة أو إطعام في يوم ذي مسغبة.
This chapter now wants to break and give us information, guide into what can lead to the path of paradise and to the path of hell. And that is the message today. It's not about Allah swearing. It's not about the name of Allah, the favors of Allah upon us, but on what do we do? What can we do in addition to what we are doing that will lead us to paradise? That if we fail to do it, we are already treading the path of hell. That is the message of this chapter, and that is the lesson we want to draw from the chapter. He indeed do not take the easy path, the steep way, the smooth way leading to paradise. He did not favor himself with opportunity available to him to take the path that is smooth to paradise. What is that Aqaba? What is that thing that will describe or inform you about the steep way, the straight way, the smooth way? What will inform you about it? What will guide you to it? 1. Free a slave. When we have slave, it is a massive amount of money that people pay to buy them over, to free them. Free slaves. I was somewhere today this morning after an orator, and I met a woman beating somebody helplessly. From outside I was shouting, please, please, forgive. I want to ransom him. Please forgive me. I was begging. And the woman stopped. I thought she was beating her child, only to see that she was beating a house help. It was our own house help. I begged her. And I was leaving. A co-tenant in that house followed me and said, I have to discuss with you. He said, let us go out. We left the premises, and when we got outside, the man said he has been looking for a social welfare organization that he wants to report this woman to. The woman arrest her. She used to beat her house help to the last stage of coma. That there was a day from morning till evening. She would beat the house help little, cry, they will leave her. After a little respite, she will come back, beat her. Then she wants to report her to arrest her that she is maltreating house help. Today, you don't have slaves, but you have less privileged people around you. There are people that take their house help, they will educate them, send them to primary school. I have a family friend. One of their house help is now in Kwasu, not because of glory. You know how much you pay? They are taking your child to private university. They have taken the child, training her primary school, secondary school, and now into university, Kwasu. That is how to treat somebody who is less privileged. Some we treat them, give them primary school, secondary school education, we still train them. You cannot send them to university, they will have a trade. They will learn, and like that. I have one that had a house help. When they were to leave Nigeria for US, went to the family, let me take your child along, and took the child along to the US. Has it not freed the child in the process? Free slave. Pay ransom to them. Let them regain their freedom like any other person. How it is? You don't have slaves. You don't have house help. But you have relations that are going through hunger, that cannot boast of 3 square meals. You have excess, you throw away. The rat, bush rat around your house, they feel fat as if they are like rabbits in a zoo. While your relations are suffering. أو إطعام في يوم ذي مسغبة. There are traces of hunger on land in our midst. People are privileged to know somebody that when they come to houses, the yam you peel, the peeled one, they will take it, carefully remove the skin out of it. Though it will remain little of the yam. That yam is another powder yam they prepare. If they are, that's what they are looking for. They will tell you where you get it. Please package it for us. Therefore, how it feed when there are traces of hunger, like we are seeing. Some people rice is dead. How can they afford to buy rice? Gari is becoming expensive also. Whatever little you have, this is the amount that you show that you can do sadaqah, and the amount which Allah called that He will remove several people from hell to paradise because it's the month of sadaqah. The day when there is no food and you have, the little you have, share it with them.
أو إطعام في يوم ذي مسغبة يتيما ذا مقربة.
Yatima, the orphan that are close to you, feed them also. The orphans within your family. Charity begins at home. Don't let people be saying you are a philanthropist outside. You spend a lot of people outside. Within your family, there are orphans that are less privileged. They cannot come near you. Let them also feed. This month of Ramadan, feed them.
يتيما ذا مقربة أو مسكينا ذا متربة.
أو مسكينا ذا متربة. Or miskin, the indigents, the needy, feed them as well. People concentrate. I know of a foundation that will be looking for Ramadan like this. Their foundation, they give sadaqah of the foundation in Ramadan. In Ramadan like this, millions every Ramadan. That is what Allah has done. If you don't have millions, you don't have hundreds of thousands, if it's few hundred naira, spend it on some the less privileged one. Share what you have and you will be blessed. Our miskinan, the masroba. There are some miskin, there are different grades of miskin, the needy ones. There are some that they are unrecognized in the society. Even within your own family and my family, they are unrecognized. When they come in, you do not notice them. And when they are absent, you do not remember them as well. There are misleading people like that. Whatever you have this month, extend it to them, share it with them.
أو مسكينا ذا متربة ثم كان من الذين آمنوا وتواصوا بالصبر وتواصوا بالمرحمة أولئك أصحاب الميمنة.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said about freeing a slave. He said, أَيُّمَا مُسْلِمٍ أَعْطَكَ رَجُلًا مُسْلِمًا فَإِنَّ اللَّهَ جَاعِلُ وَفَاهُ كُلَّ عَزِيمٍ مِنْ عِزْمِ عَزِمًا مِنْ عِزْمِ مُحَرَّرِهِ مِنَ النَّارِ. The Prophet said, whoever free a slave that is a Muslim, you find a Muslim that is in bondage and you relieve him of that stress, فَإِنَّ اللَّهَ جَاعِلٌ, Allah in his mighty, He will ensure that every bone of your own body will not have smell, will not taste hellfire for the relief that you have done to you. And I've said, you may not have slave, but you will have house helpless, privileged, those who are suffering, come to their aid. By that, Allah will also come to your aid. In hadith, which Allah, there are several issues compared there, we will take it. Allah also said, to show how important relieving others, making life easy for others, how serious a serious matter it is before Allah. Allah said, Man wulida lahu thalathatu awladin in Islam. Whoever Allah endows with 3 children and they are born into Islam, famatu qabla an yablughu al-hayd, he trained them into Islam. He struggled for them to be Muslims, and this man now died before they attain maturity. That means it's like the struggle is wasted. So human being, and he didn't live to reap the reward of his fruit, what he has planted. Before the plant started fruiting, he died. That is our own, as if he has wasted the effort. Allah said, no. أَدْخَلَهُ اللَّهُ الْجَنَّةَ بِفَضْلِ رَحْمَتِهِ إِيَّاهُ. By virtue of the mercies he showed unto them, by virtue of training them in the path of Islam, Allah will make that person enter paradise. What has he benefited? He has benefited striving, struggling, working, and to ensure that these children are practicing Islam. And there is one for Waman Shaba fi sabilillahi kanat lahu nuran yawm al-qiyamah. Whoever is a child, whoever grew from childhood, and he uses his childhood to practice Islam, whether the parents guided him and he's remained on the path of Islam like that, that person on the day of judgment, Allah will provide him with special life that will be upon him. Therefore, struggling has reward, striving has reward, and the struggle. Therefore, we should never be tired of struggling. Fasting is struggling. Being sadaqah is struggling. Tahajjud or Tarawih is also struggling. We continue to do all those struggles because we are striving toward a destination which is paradise. ثم كان من الذين آمنوا
وتواصوا بالصبر وتواصوا بالمرحمة.
Then will he be among the faithful ones, those who identify Allah and who walk by that. الذين آمنوا, those who have faith in Allah, faith in oneness of Allah, وتواصوا بالصبر, and enjoying other people to be steadfast, to be patient. وتواصوا بالمرحمة, and encourages others in doing what is right, what is good.
أولئك أصحاب الميمنة.
These people that we have enumerated, freeing a slave, feeding when there is a scarcity of food, feeding the orphans within the family or the needy within the family and extended, those who does that have faith in Allah, enjoying patience and righteousness, these people are ashab al-yamin. They are the people of al-yamin, those who are going into paradise. Like ashab al-yamin.
أولئك أصحاب الميمنة.
أولئك أصحاب الميمنة. They are the people of the right hands.
والذين كفروا بآياتنا هم أصحاب المشأمة عليهم نار مؤصدة.
Those who disbelieve in the ayat of Allah, they are the people of the left hand. In another verse of our Quran, ثم كان من الذين آمنوا, those who have faith in Allah are those who are working for the hereafter, who are striving for the hereafter, those who believe that for every act there is reward. They are the people that are working for the hereafter. Therefore, in this Tafsir, the woman another the akhirah, whoever desire the abode of the hereafter, wasara laha, and struggle towards the sayaha, in the real struggling, this whoever that does that, woman another the akhirah wasara laha sayaha, who are mu'minun, and the person is a believer. Allah said He will grant such person a life that is peaceful, a life that is worth living, a life that he will also enjoy. وَمَنْ أَرَدَ الْآخِرَةَ وَسَعَى لَهَا سَعْيَاهَا وَهُوَ مُؤْمِنٌ فَأُولَٰئِكَ
وَمَنْ عَمِلَ صَالِحًا مِّن ذَكَرٍ أَوْ أُنثَىٰ وَهُوَ مُؤْمِنٌ فَلَنُحْيِيَنَّهُ حَيَاةً طَيِّبَةً وَلَنَجْزِيَنَّهُمْ أَجْرَهُم بِأَحْسَنِ مَا كَانُوا يَعْمَلُونَ.
Our take home will be this verse. Take home is that whoever struggles purposely for the hereafter, as if he has no business with this world, he did not concentrate his learning for the purpose of this world, he did not concentrate his working and his earning for this world, he is directing it to the hereafter.
مَنْ عَمِلَ صَالِحًا مِّن ذَكَرٍ أَوْ أُنثَىٰ وَهُوَ مُؤْمِنٌ.
The basis is that if he is a believer and is doing what is right, is found of righteousness, virtues,
فَلَنُحْيِيَنَّهُ حَيَاةً طَيِّبَةً.
Allah will make this life a peaceful life for him. He will make the life to be an enjoyable life for him. When other people are found wanting, he will have sufficient. He will enjoy the little of his earnings. He will not be overwhelmed by things that will make him sad. Hayatan Tojiba, the life that will be comfortable, that will be peaceful. That's what Allah will give him. And that will not be the end. Allah will come with rewarding him for all that he is working for the hereafter, he have the hereafter. For every good he does, he will be rewarded for that good work. However, for those that fail to do that,
وَالَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا بِآيَاتِنَا هُمْ أَصْحَابُ الْمَشْأَمَةِ.
Those who disbelieve in Allah, in the signs of Allah, those who reject Allah, those who reject the signs of Allah, those who refuse to tread the path enumerated above, they are people of the left hand. They are people of the left hand. These people will be dragged. In the hadith of Prophet Muhammad, he said they will be dragged into hell. They will be chained, those who disbelieve, and they will enter the hell, and they will be confined to the hell. One of the interpretations here said, it is a darkness of darkest place. It is that. It's going to be the Tafsir very soon. They will be there. There is no door. There is no window. They are in a hell, in the hottest part of the hell. That is where they will beseech Allah that it will not be our portion. The essence, the Quran today teaches us that Allah, when he wants to swear, they swear with something that is great. Washamsi, Wal-Layli, Wal-Asri, all those things are magnificent. Allah swears by them because of some other things. And the swearing and the preambles took half of the chapter, verses 1 to 10. That's what Allah did. And even in our own world here, sometimes we tell them, how many years do you have? You know, by the time another person asks somebody, or a parent asks, how many years do you have? You know, you want to pass a serious message. How many times did I tell you? You know, it's a serious matter he's talking about. And those were the preambles Allah did. Am I not giving you 2 eyes? We have 2 eyes now. One is am I not giving you a tongue? What about that? And the 2 lips? What are they now with the day? I don't know those things. That is not the message at that time. The message was to come after that. We should treat other people with mercy. Man lam yarhamul nasa lam yarhamullah. Whoever is not merciful to mankind, Allah will not be merciful to that person too. Whoever is under us, at our place of work, within our family, if Allah has raised you above them, do not overuse your opportunity over them. Be merciful unto them. Let the workers under you feel good. Let the students under you also see the reality. When you are hard on them, let your harshness be as a result of them wanting them to be better than you, not because you are sadist. All these are messages which this verse of Quran has brought to us. Al-Matani, Habibatani ala-Lisani, Zakilatani bil-Mizani, Habibatani ila Rahmani, Subhanallahi wa bihamdihi, Subhanallahi al-Azim. Subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdik, ashhadu an la ilaha illa ant, astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Allahu Akbar.
Takbir once again. We thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who made this session a peaceful one for us. I want want to believe that the right one is the brother from the internet.